Okay, so we start with 17 to the 1/2 times 17 to the 1/2. We ran into a little bit of a confusion here. So, we've got to identify which rule for sure. Well, everybody knew which rule, okay? So how do we apply the rule? Because if you do it by the way you think it looks, you kind of tend to get jumbled up until you're really used to the rules and see all the things that can happen, okay? And that's what happened about half the class, a little jumbling, okay? But easy enough to fix. You just go very literally. You have an A to the B and an A to the C. It's the same A, which is 17, right? So on the right-hand side, you're going to write 17 to something. Well, what's that something? Well, you got to identify B and C so you can write it out, right? Well, clearly, 17 to the 1/2, that's your A to the B, so B is 1/2, and it's very clear that C is also 1/2. So when you write it out, you don't do any arithmetic. Somebody said, well, that's going to be 17 to the 1. Well, it is, but not before you write this out. Okay? And that's good. You saw it, and you skipped a step. But don't skip steps when you're applying laws of exponents, okay?
All right.
Not until you've done thousands of them. See, every time I said hundreds before, now I'm saying thousands. You'll be up into the millions if you're not careful. Okay, but whatever it takes, it won't take that many. Okay? 17 to the 1/2 plus 1/2. And that's 17 to the 1, which is 17, right?
Right.
Well, okay. So this tells us, doesn't it? Another way I could have written this, couldn't I have written this as 17 to the 1/2 squared? Because it's the same thing times, it's a number times itself.
Yeah.
Okay? And 17 to the 1/2 squared is, of course, 17. What law would I use to simplify that?
The last one.
What?
The last one.
Yeah. A to the B to the C equals A to the BC, right?
Right.
Now you can use them forward or backward. So that's 17 to the 1/2 times 2. And that's, of course, 17 to the 1, which is 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Well, this tells me that (17 to the 1/2 squared equals 17). What do you call the number whose square is 17? Well, let's back up and talk about that with numbers so you can actually answer me with numbers, okay?